So many people ask me to talk about this, but I don't know what else y'all want me to say that I haven't already said about topics and such. I guess there is something that I can say about it is that, well, you see the direction that the company's going. You see that the direction Hollywood is going. They are not reining this bad boy in. It's just not going to happen. This is something that they are fully committed to. They are hard headed. They have been long infiltrated by a bunch of activists, and by their own standards, their own awards. These are the rules that they have to play by. You can't even get nominated for certain awards. This is where they get to pat themselves on the back, do whatever circle jerk they want to do. In order for them to even get nominated, they have to check a bunch of boxes. There's not much that I can say. Let me show y'all this here. Yeah, we know that there's a bunch of tokenization in this whole Peter Pan thing. We've seen it. You guys have seen it. I'm not watching any sort of trailer or anything, but between Peter Pan, between everybody with the Lost Boys, this is what it is. This is where the company's at. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna get tokenization. You're going to continue to get tokenization. You're going to continue to get weird swaps that are unnecessary. Disney is committed to doing a bunch of live action versions of these, old stories that have certainly been told. This is where they're at. Look, if you want, let's say, things that are going to be more ambitious, if you want creativity, if you want things that are new and not, let's say, rehashed stories, you're not going to get it from the mainstream in terms of things that are good. And you have to concede that. And for the ones that already have established, because look, this isn't a thing to me, at least. I don't think there's some element where people are against things that already have like established lore being created or continuing to grow. That's not the issue here. It's just when you bastardize what already exists, that becomes a problem. So you're not only not getting new material when you get the, let's say, continuations, or if you get rehashing of old stuff, well, you get more bastardizations that aren't anything that anybody, let's say, has asked for. But this is where it's at. This is what you're going to continue to get. And like I said, there's not much else that I can say. Seek elsewhere, man. The means have been decentralized. Okay. If you are a person that wants entertainment for yourself, if you want entertainment for young people, your kids, whoever, there's mountains of it that exist, and it's good, it's decent, and it's not just being produced by the mainstream. I think what has to happen is that, because there's this bridge that a lot of folks are going to have to cross, because they're so accustomed to, when you have people that have grown up where they got all of their entertainment from basically what was thrown at them by way of the established proper channels, to get them out of that is going to be very, very difficult. To have them look to places that they aren't already accustomed to looking is a different animal. And this is why kind of going on that independent journey where you're going to create your own stuff and get out there and be great. Like, these are things that are like, it's a difficult thing to do. It's a very difficult thing to do, because if you don't already have an established base, well, how are people going to take you serious is a question that a lot of you guys ask. Now, I don't think you should be discouraged. The internet alone has changed completely the game. But as far as the audience, which makes the world go round, it's all about the customers. If you want more of this, seek it elsewhere. You're not going to get it from these guys. Disney has long told you, especially if you're like, okay, look, man, I don't consume this type of entertainment, and I certainly don't want my children to be consuming it for the sake of like activism or something like that, or box checking or bastardizations, because, so every time they do things that suck, they'll always point back to the young people, because I guess young people don't deserve good material. They'll always say, well, it's for the kids. Why even have an opinion on it? Basically saying that it's cool to be silly, goofy, stupid, because it's for young people, because I guess they don't deserve anything better, even though, your entertainment as an adult, if you're like my age, and especially if you're older, your entertainment as a youngster was far greater than whatever the hell in American sense is being produced today. The tide is going to change. Pendulum's going to swing, whatever you want to call it, whatever analogy that you want to use. But you need to understand, at this point, finding that thing that gets you enthusiastic coming from the mainstream is going to be a rarity. It's not to say that it won't happen. Of course, there's going to be things here and there that people are going to say, oh, I find this to be decent. But a lot of the content that you guys ask for, and I can't say for the rehashing. That's these guys have control of those properties. That's one thing. But as far as definitely new material that can easily suffice and is often better than what you're getting, seek elsewhere. That's the best that I can tell you on this subject.
Wherever you're viewing the content, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, you may be interested in my comic book company, Rippaverse Comics. Our first book and campaign, ISOM #1, brought in $3.7 million with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. Visit Rippaverse.com to check out our store and stay up to date with the latest campaigns from one of the hottest new comic book companies. Also, my first big step towards a parallel economy was the development of my personal website, ericdjuly.com. This entirely replaced my Patreon. Now, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member over at the website. We have an ever-expanding list of perks for various membership tiers, a forum, and a phone app. Some of these perks will even benefit you if you're fans of the Rippaverse. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being a supporter and or customer. I even got a little love for my haters.